Ever since the release of Star Wars The Last Jedi by writer and director Rian Johnson, a lot of fans around the world have wanted to see more action for the character of Luke Skywalker. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, we do know that Episode 9 will be offering tons of new experiences for our characters Kylo Ren, Luke Skywalker, and even Rey by writer and director J.J. Abrams. He's currently very hard at work on developing this film, and by the way, filming is all set and ready to end by February of 2019. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Luke Skywalker and Ben Solo. Specifically, a description of Luke Skywalker and Ben Solo in front of a large Jedi temple. It appears to be a different view of the same one seen in The Last Jedi. Both Luke and Ben are fighting with Luke's green lightsaber ignited and Ben Solo's blue lightsaber ignited as well. Both lightsabers are locked together. The next goes over Luke force pushing Ben Solo into the ground and shows Ben Solo getting up and using a force push of his own, with Luke being pushed back a bit but still standing. The last goes over Luke Skywalker levitating and force pushing rocks for Ben Solo to slice as they come toward him for his training. So I really wanted to go over a couple of parts about this. And the reason as to why it really does raise my interest for the character of Luke and Ben is because we never got to see that side of the story in, of course, the sequel trilogy. Is, of course, what was the actual training for Ben Solo? What did they actually go through with Ben and Luke? Exactly what was, of course, Luke Skywalker's technique of training his apprentices, including, of course, his own nephew, Ben Solo. So with that being said, you know, we got a little tiny glimpse at the relationship between both uncle and nephew in Episode 8 in the form of a flashback, and it seems as so that J.J. Abrams and crew are actually going to toy around with the idea of exploring that flashback or that vision or whatever it may be, if you will, a whole lot more. Now, that's one thing that a lot of people want to see, is Luke Skywalker actually using a lightsaber in action and doing something incredible. And I totally agree with that. That's something that I feel that should have been properly extended in Star Wars The Last Jedi, that to the point where we could have actually gotten an overall idea of not only Luke's past life, but also by incorporating an actual lightsaber duel in that film. Now, with Episode 9 here, I can totally understand if some people out there would not be excited about this, because yes, it is in the form of a flashback, it seems. This is on this mysterious world in which Luke Skywalker designed, or actually brought his students over to train in this Jedi temple. And with that being said, you know, I'm all up for flashbacks and all. I'm totally down for flashbacks. I actually do enjoy them as long as they are done correctly, and if they are lengthy enough to the point where we get enough of Luke Skywalker, the Jedi Master that we all wanted to actually see. So in Episode 9, I feel like that this is the only way that they could actually do this, is because this would be in the form of a flashback. He's most likely not coming back to life in this film, as J.J. Abrams has denied this before in the past. So yes, he could always have a trick up his sleeve, and he could be lying. That's another possibility for sure. But when it comes to Episode 9, I think that the big thing that a lot of people are focusing on is the character of Luke in this movie. Coming out of The Last Jedi, and the major disappointment to a lot of fans around the world that it actually had an effect on, I feel that a lot of people just want to see more Luke Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 9. And this honestly lines directly up with what Mark Hamill and Adam Driver will be filming at over in Cardington this month for an action-heavy sequence between the two characters that will require some wire work. Could it be that the wire work is going to be used for when Ben Solo is force pushed into the ground by Luke Skywalker, and of course when Luke Skywalker is using those little boulders, those little rocks, and pushing them and throwing them towards Kylo Ren for him to slice in order for him to train into becoming a Jedi? Very interesting techniques for Jedi training, I gotta say, something that we have never seen on film. I'm sure that something in or around these lines have been explored in the EU/Legends material. Now, the thing that I do like about Luke Skywalker as of right now is that there is a lot of mystery to his past that is yet to be explored. I don't know if you guys knew about this, but if you guys read a lot of the canon out there, you will learn that R2-D2 has a log of thousands of missions between between himself and Luke Skywalker. Thousands of missions. So there is a lot of potential if they ever wanted to explore, more content involving Luke Skywalker in the future. They could absolutely do so in the form of a live-action TV series with Sebastian portraying the role. I think that Sebastian would be a perfect choice for portraying the character of Luke. And in case you guys have no idea who I'm talking about who plays Bucky Barnes. So I think that he would be a great choice. That's the go-to guy, in my opinion, for Luke. But as far as this sequence goes, it's most definitely a flashback. It is absolutely on the same exact planet and the same exact Jedi temple in the background. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to morning.